Alright, this is gonna be a part 2, just because that last one I had to go into work. So kind of wanted to finish sort of what I was talking about from what I just watched. I watched the last bit of it, and I was talking about what it was like for me in high school. I'm kind of just trying to make the layout of where and how I ended up where I'm at. So what I'm trying to get at right now is just explain some significant actions that happened here in high school. That happened in high school, which I graduated 2019. It's 2023, so I've been well out of high school for a while. But really, this is where a lot of I think a lot of changes happened, and a lot of things kind of maybe realizations, and a lot of just experimenting with different stuff. But anyway, so kind of to get back to what I was talking about. So yeah, so I had my freshman year, I had a girlfriend that I was dating for probably like 6 months, I want to say, before I ended up going to Mexico, which is what I was saying earlier. And I ended up going to, the reason why I was going to Mexico was because I was going to go play soccer for a one of the teams that play for the leagues that's called La Liga MX, and it's probably the biggest league. I think it is the biggest league in Mexico. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. And so I want to go play for their youth academy over there. Long story short, we had a club here in where I'm from, and they basically had the US version here in where I'm from. So they somehow had connections with the coaches and the affiliates over there, and they gave me a chance to come and try out and see what it was like for me. It was more of a come try out and see how you like it, see what it's like. More of a deal rather than here's, you get to be on the team type of a thing. So it wasn't a guaranteed thing. It was just they were sending me out there to see how well I did. I ended up doing very well after a couple of months, and basically I worked super hard on all the things that I mentally knew I could get past everybody else, which in my head I thought I could be way better than anybody there at running and conditioning and stuff in that kind of area. So that's what I focused on. That was my main focus. I focused on just beating everybody at sprints and jogs and all the drills and everything I could, because talent wise, as far as soccer goes, there was a lot of talent, and so it was very difficult, and I learned a lot. I learned how to be independent, learned how to be away from my family. I learned that it's not as easy as you think it is being away from your family. I learned how to speak Spanish a lot more fluently than I ever could before I lived over there. I learned camaraderie. I learned how to make friends, how to make people like you, even though they are not really in favor of you, I guess is the way I look at it. Because I mean, you're a kid that's coming from the US, which everybody already thinks you're some rich stuck up kid, which is far from what I was. And so I learned how to kind of get past that. I learned how to get past a lot of stuff. So that happened, and while I was over there, I mean, to be quite frank, I don't really care who's gonna see this, but basically another big part of high school was when I was in Mexico, and I guess I wouldn't really call it high school. I would call it more teen years. Yeah, when I was in Mexico, I still was dating that girl. For whatever reason, I thought that'd be a good idea. I don't even know if I really thought about it. I just was like, oh yeah, she's my girlfriend, cool. Let's do it. And never thinking about her feelings or what she was doing or what she was going through mentally and stuff like that. Just, it never clicked to me. I was just too focused on doing my thing. Anyway, so one thing led to another. She ended up cheating on me, and that was kind of part of the reason why I ended up coming back to Mexico, or to the U.S., leaving Mexico. And I mean, and I bring that up because it's just one of those things that kind of changed my psyche and my mentality. And I went from being a super ambitious, hardworking dude to saying, well, what is it worth? What am I even doing this for? Why should I even continue to do this? I'm away from my family. I got super pessimistic. I got super pessimistic and kind of threw everything out the window. Came back to the U.S. and that's a very significant part of why I am who I am right now, and kind of struggling with a lot of the shit that I struggle with now. It's at least part of it. You know, I can't say a lot of it. It's part of it. You know, then I go back to the U.S. and because I've trained so hard in being, you know, one of the top dudes as far as conditioning goes in the club, I came back and I had done track and field my freshman year. So I was going into my sophomore year when I came back, and it just happened to be when track season was happening. So I just decided I wanted to do it, and so I did it. And what I was good at, what I like doing, was distance running. I like doing 1500s, 800s. That's what I usually like doing. That's what I did my freshman year, at least. And yeah, so fucking excuse my language. I hope I can shoot. I don't even know if I've been cussing the whole time, but hopefully not. So yeah, I come back and I end up being the top runner for our whole distance running team. I went from being, you know, I was still a pretty good athlete, just because I had played soccer my whole life and I was very competitive, highly competitive. I mean, as you could kind of imagine, if I was able to kind of stay in Mexico and play on the team over there, then you can kind of imagine I was a pretty good athlete. At least I like to think so. So yeah, I come back, I'm one of the top runners. I'm winning a lot of my meets. I actually got awarded the most improved, or no, not, I don't know if it was the most improved, but the fastest runner for the year. So they gave me the medal for that, which was kind of cool. You know, getting recognized for being the fastest runner. Excuse me, the fastest runner on the distance team, and it was just awesome. You know, I got the spotlight freshman year. I got the spotlight sophomore year. It was pretty cool, pretty rewarding. And then comes my junior year, and my junior year summer, I actually started getting into drinking. Stopped taking soccer so seriously, and I think part of it was just I had trouble making friends and making real connections. I'm not even making friends. I could make friends, but I wouldn't keep them, and I wouldn't want to be around them, because once I went into big social situations, I couldn't identify with anybody, because I couldn't be okay. I wasn't okay with myself, and I didn't know who I was. So that was very troublesome for me. My junior year, I got into drinking, and a lot of it, I think, was just, well, you know, your friends do it, but also because I knew it alleviated your anxiety. So that's a lot of what I dealt with, was not knowing how to handle my anxiety, not knowing what it was, and yeah, using substances to kind of get away from that. And so yeah, then kind of drank throughout junior year. Didn't play very good. I actually had a pretty good year my junior year for soccer, because I was coming off of you know, being a really good distance runner, and so I was really conditioned, and I had a pretty good season for my club season. But high school, junior year, I had a killer season. That was one of my best seasons ever. I played a position I hadn't played before, and I just had a hell of a year. I felt good, pretty content about myself. Still didn't make friends that I really enjoyed and genuinely cared about. But anyway, trying to think back. Yeah, so then after that, that's really when I said, like whatever. I was just hanging loose, just doing whatever I pleased and staying out, doing, drinking, staying up till 1, 2 in the morning, skipping school, and then going into my senior year. I knew it was my last year of club soccer, and because I just didn't see myself going into college, and I didn't look into going into second or third division teams. I don't even know if we had any third division teams around here anyway. But I just didn't really care. I think I lost focus after my junior year season during high school. I'd practice probably once a week, twice a week. I just lost all my passion for it. Got more into drinking, and as I just said, and then going into my senior year, it just continued, and I just skipped school and I would not go to school at all. I just didn't feel comfortable for a couple of reasons. I didn't feel that I was learning anything, and I kind of kept getting put on the spot in some classes. So I just already just was not wanting to go to school for that reason. And then you add alcohol, and then I actually started smoking weed around like May or something, my senior year, so a couple months before we finished high school. And that kind of carried on into just, adulthood. And I'm kind of going to stop there because I just wanted to finish off kind of where I was going with that first video. But yeah, that's I just wanted to give an idea kind of some of the significant events that occurred, and there's a lot I'm missing, but that's when I look back and think, if that could have gone different, it would have been, I would be probably definitely somewhere else. I mean, of course, if you change the past, of course you're going to be somewhere else. But you can't think like that. I can't think like that. It doesn't make any sense. There's whatever happened, and I'm here now. All I can do is make the best of what I got and be better than yesterday. So I gotta just worry about the present. But what else do I want to add? Yeah, like I said, I'm just on a journey to just improve my life in every aspect. I really see myself owning multiple businesses. I see myself being an entrepreneur, and I'm going to find the definition of that, because that means something else for everybody, different for every individual. And I got to find myself and be 100% secure with myself. I got to be genuine. I got to be persistent. I got to be consistent. I got to be disciplined. And I know this. And this is to document the journey from right now from just the way I speak. I want to be able to see how I speak. I want to see how I've grown. I want to see how my physique has grown. I want to see how like I said, articulate myself, how I convey the message that I'm trying to get out. I want to look a year from now and see that I'm in a different car, something nice, or right now I'm just driving a 2007 Toyota Yaris. It's a manual, just a car that gets me from A to B. I'm not really worried too much about it right now. I'm more worried about developing all these skills that I need to develop in order for me to just, like I said, be a leader. Being a leader is super important to me, because I know I can do it. I know that that's who I need to be. That's my higher calling. That you need to be a leader. You need to lead by example, and you need to show everybody that what you're saying right now, you're about it. You're gonna do what you say. And not even just for other people, but for myself. I don't even know if I just said for other people, but for myself, more importantly, I really see I really do see myself having everything that I imagine. And I'm not going to set any limitations. If I get 10 million in 5 years, cool. If I get 1 billion, cool. But I'm not going to set a freaking ceiling. There's no ceiling. Right now it's just open freaking building. Just all I have right now is the foundation I'm trying to build. And I'm going to leave it that way. I'm going to see how high I can get. And let's go. I really hope whoever's watching this follows along the whole freaking journey. And I'm going to try to be as motivational as possible, but I want you to understand my story as well. I want you to see that I am truly who I say I am. And I want to believe that because I know I can be that person. And we all can freaking do it. I mean, I'm going to keep telling you guys my story, and so I can identify who I am, and so you guys can see that I'm being genuine, so you guys can see who I truly am. And I just hope you guys can come along the ride and just keep following. My name is Brandon Bautista, and I'm 23 years old. I truly, genuinely want what's best for me, and I truly, genuinely want what's best for me so that I can truly, genuinely help whoever needs the help. And if I can get this message out to the world, fucking amazing. And I need to stop cursing because I'm going to get monetized. But anyway, it doesn't matter. This is only the second part 2 of my first episode or video. And so, yeah, let's build a community. Let's do this. Let's freaking do this, man. We can all do this, men and women. And let's be about it. Let's take action. Let's be about it. So here we go. Have a good day and stay blessed. Let's keep it going. Let's go.